Hello YouTube, this is NoahPick10 with my very first tutorial on how to build a small, comfy looking house. And as soon as Minecraft sets in real quick and starts doing a little bit better, as it should, as you can see I've already started on the house. Um, I've got dark wood planks and then regular wood planks. As for the walls and floor, and then for the foundation type thing, I put wood logs. Um, so right now I'm building the second layer for the walls, and then I'll take out some for the windows, but I usually fill in first, then take out for the windows. And also, if you're wondering, I'm also wondering if anybody has any ideas, has any good recording program for recording Minecraft that's free and honestly works really good. Because right now I'm using BB Flashback Express Recorder at the moment. That's free and so far it's worked the best. I've tried Bandicam, um, the Cam Stuff free trial, the Firestone, and other ones, I think, and the Cam Studio, but none of those really worked. So now I start putting in the windows. I'll usually end up putting in the windows, then end up taking them out and for certain other things. But when I usually make a window, I usually have it one away from. I usually have one block in between the corner and the edge. If I make a window that close to the edge, like that, I usually take all of them out, then come back to it. Except for if there's like one block, I usually don't do anything with it. Always put ones next to the door, always, because I don't know, it's something about that. It's just good looking. And as you can see, I am kind of lagging, which is kind of why I want to know what's the best for a computer with not too much RAM. Because honestly, this computer doesn't really have that much RAM. At least I really don't know how much is in my computer because it's a laptop, but it's not very much. I can tell you that much. So now that I've got that all taken out and everything, I put in the glass. You can either use panes or the regular glass. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Sometimes panes look better. Just that's what I'm gonna use on this. And also, if there's any way I can change on Minecraft, how to make it faster, that'd also be help. I already have it set for a couple things. Like I've got it set so that the render distance is tiny. I've got the Performance Max SPFs on there. The bobbing view off, clouds off, particles decreased, GUI auto as always. Um, 3D antigraph, yeah. The smooth lighting, if you turn back on smooth lighting, it does slow it down a lot. And the graphics are fast instead of fancy. Yep, anybody has a way of changing that. So it would speed it up. I would like to know, just put comments or something. I've also made, I haven't really done anything with it, but I actually made lyrics for a parody to Follow Me by Uncle Cracker, but I'm calling it Nether because it's pretty much, it talks about the Nether. I've changed it so that it speaks about the Nether a little bit, kind of. I don't know how you put it. Whatever you want to call it. And I'm just talking off again. Yeah. And yeah, I didn't really have to do that because I am in creative, but yeah. Then I once you've got that, it looks once you're done with this house, it does look really nice. I will say. I love the way this house looks. It I think it should be used as a new NPC house. Like, you know how when you go in NPC villages, you've got these houses that are two-story houses, but they only use one story in it. I think that's just kind of stupid. But if they're only gonna use one story, they should like put this in there as the actual house. Because this house, when you're done with it, actually looks like a nice little house. I've built so many of these for villages that I've made. I I've built larger buildings that look like with this um look to it. It does look pretty nice, but sometimes just bigger builds don't look as good. And there's a couple other tricks you can put in with it to make it look a little bit better also. But like outside the windows, like especially up here by the door, you can actually put a thing of grass, put signs all around it, and then put a flower in it to make it look like a flower box. And that always looks cool. That always looks nice, I should say. I mean, once I'm done with this house, it does look like it should be an NPC house. I mean, already if you haven't seen an NPC village, I'm kind of surprised because they've become a lot more common, especially in a flatland world. They've become more common altogether though. So so far, house. I've built actually. I probably should have showed you this at the beginning of the video, but I have a one that's already done that's supposed to be like this one, but this one's got a little bit different dimensions. I kind of winged it when I put it together. It kind of actually looks like a motorhome a little bit, but the thing is, it's actually also the sides. If the sides weren't there, it'd practically be a motorhome. But otherwise, yeah. So right now, since I'm done with the main part, I gotta put it on the roof. So what you need for that really is all, because you have the planks. All you need is um the stone slab, which is at the end, which I really didn't need to go in there for, but I got it anyways. So which actually I did this wrong because I never did the outside on the stone slab. I always start with the wooden slab. And also, if you want to put in the comments how I'm doing in my video, I know since this is my very first, there's a lot I could learn from people that have made more tutorials or just watch people do tutorials and kind of like read them. I I know this tutorial is gonna be kind of long because honestly I don't know how to do the speed thing, so I just pretty much been talking to fill in the time. So once I'm done with the roof, you'll be able to really tell what this house really should look like. It I really do. If Notch does see this, it's actually a really cool house, and it should be the NPC house. Because honestly, you could fit testificate or whatever you want to call them, the villagers. I don't know why people call it testificates. It if you know that, put it in the comments because I have no idea why people call them testificates. And honestly, I don't really think it's a good name for them. There really isn't a good name for them. Period. So, and in what I'm thinking. And as you noticed at the beginning of the at the beginning of the video, as you probably saw, it was already pretty much half built. That's because I've been trying this different one on different settings. Um, and really it's almost lagged out on every other setting but this one, and this one's probably the fastest one, but I still don't like it because it's still really slow. And I'm not sure what it's like to you guys, but it's still lagging a lot. At least you probably can tell that, but I just hope it doesn't start raining because everybody knows how bad lag becomes when it's raining. And like I said before, if anybody has a way to keep from lagging, coming from having so much lag, if a better camera operator, I know, I think I'm not sure how much RAM I have. It's either gotta be two like 4 gigs. I don't really know exactly what it is, but it's not very much. It's not like those 8 gig computers that you could find and just go all out ham on everything. And plus, it's a laptop, so my gosh. Okay, now I'm starting to lag really bad. Like I said, please just somebody send me like some kind of like message in the comments or something that tells me how to change this up a little bit. Well, now that I'm hitting the 15-minute mark, I might as well stop the video then continue on here at a later point. So, until the next time, my people.